Hey, welcome back today in the studio with Mr. Clifton Beck.
Hello,
welcome, sir.
Appreciate it.
Excited to have you here today. We're talking about getting into the conference convention season here. It's February 2025, March, April-ish is kind of May is where all those take place. And your organization, HVAC Excellence, is hosting one this year in Las Vegas.
Yeah, the National HVACR Education Conference. We've been putting on a conference since 2007.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was originally designed for educators. So it was, the original purpose was instructors from across the country, because we work with about 1,400 schools across the country, as well as distributor training programs and even contractor training programs. And so it was a place for educators to gather and work with manufacturers and other trade organizations to learn about the technologies that were coming in from the industry. So we always followed AHR with the intention of, you would go to the AHR Expo to see what was coming for the new year.
And that's this weekend,
and
or next week,
next
right?
week, yeah.
Mid-February.
And then so you would go to AHR to see what was coming, and then you would come to our conference as an educator to learn how to teach it, learn how to work on it, because it's new technologies, and if you're not seeing it in the field, you got to go somewhere to learn how to actually teach about this stuff. And so that's where it began, and it has just grown and grown. We'll have somewhere around 1,300, 1,400 participants this year.
Okay.
So educators.
Pretty good size then.
Yeah, it's a big conference. We'll have around 100 classes.
Okay.
So we'll have most of the major manufacturers of equipment, all of your refrigerant manufacturers, a lot of trades organizations, as well as different federal agencies that will be there for doing classes on environmental regulations and such. So there are a lot of opportunities to learn about what is happening in the industry. So it made a transition from educators conference to an education conference. And so when we look at education, that opens up a whole broad opportunity for not just instructors at schools, but that brings in contractors, distributors. It allows the entire industry to gather and focus on education, particularly on what's coming to the industry, new products, new refrigerants, and there's a lot of hands-on classes. It's really a great opportunity.
Awesome. So every year you have kind of like a theme or a focus. What's it going to be this year for 2025?
Yeah, it's really about no one left behind, right? It's about everyone having access to the resources that you need to be successful.
Gotcha.
And so we're really focusing on getting all of our manufacturers working with our schools, working with distributors and contractors to provide training on everything that is new in the industry, as well as teaching techniques for ways to deliver that content in the classroom. Because there's going to be a learning curve for us as we move into new technologies and new refrigerants. The entire industry needs education. So that's really going to be the focus, is making sure that everyone has access to the content and the material and the equipment that they will need.
Multiple sessions. I'm honored that I was accepted to handle a session with the Foundations of Leadership material. Going to talk about the importance of people skills.
Huge.
It's a big piece that we teach our apprentices. We get a lot of feedback from contractors about that's needed in the days of the cell phone and the emoji and the texting and all this. Having that, people interaction, being able to go into folks' homes, interact with them, make them feel comfortable, solve their problems. You're obviously going to be there. You got a ton of sessions. What other ones this year are you kind of looking forward to, or which ones do you think would be really popular with the attendees?
Yeah, it falls into where you are in the industry. We're actually going to have classes broken down into training tracks. So we'll have an entire cluster of classes during every one of those time sessions, right? So we'll have these, hour and 15-minute typically classes with a little bit of transition period in between. But we'll have 5, 6, maybe even 7 classes all in that time slot, but they'll be divided into different training tracks. So if I am in property maintenance, I'll have property maintenance designed classes every hour.
And that's done for them, or they just pick it?
No, they can pick any class that you want to go to, but we intentionally try to design it so that if you were from property maintenance, or if you were a educator in a school, or if you're a contractor distributor,
Yeah.
you have classes in every hour, every scheduled time frame.
Oh, that's really cool.
That really caters to what you're there for the most.
Yeah.
So yes, there might be 5 to 7 classes, but there's probably going to be 1 or 2 that are very specific for what you're looking for.
Okay, so there's really something for everyone.
There is.
But you're going to have it set up for job-specific tracks, and so to make it easier for them.
And even on Sunday, we're going to have small table groups with people that are specifically from that sector of the industry.
Yeah.
And so they're going to help show you what those classes are through the week. And that way, say if we have 100 people or 200 people that are specifically there for contractor training classes, then they'll know who else in that conference is there for that same type of training. And so hopefully people can start making good friendships and lifelong partnerships out of that because we're there in that same way.
Now, the networking portion is always big in the conference scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is next month, this March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we'll be in Las Vegas, and if you go to escogroup.org and go to the conference, you'll see the entire breakdown of all the sessions that are there, all the presenters, all the exhibitors, and then how you would actually get registered to come to the conference with us.
Now, it's the 16th through the 19th of March, which there's a holiday that falls right in the middle of that.
Yeah, on Monday, right?
And that'll be St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So the attendees get to spend St. Patrick's Day in Vegas.
And we always have a lot of fun. I always try to make sure to bring a lot of energy. So there might be something fun and special happening on that day. Yeah.
So, and I'm presenting the next day on the 18th, so I may have to sleep in, you're saying?
Well, we'll see.
Awesome. Well, so we got them where to register, so they just need to go and register and come check it out for themselves?
Absolutely.
All right. Any advice you could give a first-time attendee?
Just step out of your comfort zone and participate. You know, it is a little intimidating when you walk into an environment that is that large.
Yeah.
But once you find that is a big family of people that are all there to learn how to be better educators, it's a place to create lifelong connections.
Yeah.
And I myself went there for the first time in 2019.
Okay.
And it showed me that the industry is very large.
Yeah.
But the passionate people in education is really a very small, tight-knit group that encourage people to join them with open arms. And there's the most support you will ever find in education at this conference.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to go. It'll be my first time. Wonderful. Can't wait to see you and see what all you have in store.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
All right. We'll see you then.